Welcome to another video in the data migration playlist. In the video today, I will demonstrate the second option for creating financial accounting documents using LSMW Batch Input Recording with the transaction FB01. This transaction is very dynamic. It can be used to create different types of financial accounting documents. So it can be used for GL, vendor, and customer. And in the video today, I will demonstrate how to use LSMW Batch Input Recording with this transaction on SAP S/4HANA 2023. But the same demo is also applicable to SAP ECC. I have already explained the basics of LSMW in the previous videos, and I have already demonstrated LSMW multiple times, so this time I will go faster. Always remember to check the playlist when watching these videos. I will leave you a link to the playlist somewhere here. I will start directly by going to LSMW, and this time I will go faster and faster because this is the third demo I do in LSMW after the demo for changing cost center master data and the other one for creating documents using FB70. So now we should understand most of the concepts related to LSMW. I will focus on the differences between this recording and the others. So the demo today is for transaction FB01. I have already created a project for this. So as you see here, I have my object FB01. So if I open the list, I have the object for FB01. I also have another object for FB01 direct input for the next video. This will be very interesting. But today we are going to use batch input recording. So I have the object already there. If we open, I already have the recording. So let me just show you what I have. So here I will click on yes. And let me display the recording that I already did. So this is my recording. It's called FB01_01_50. These are the posting keys because for FB01, we have to create different recording for each set of posting keys. And I will explain more into this. So now if I go here and click on change. So this is my recording. How I got there is by clicking on add a recording and then I recorded transaction FB01. You should already know how to do this by now. So if I open transaction FB01 here, just to show you how this works. So this transaction is different from the FB70 transaction that we used in the last video to upload accounts receivable documents. The reason is FB01 is very dynamic. It can be used to post any kind of documents, customers, vendors, GL accounts, asset, anything. And the way this works is we have here the document header at the beginning. So you fill the document header. For example, I have the date 28/06/2024. I have the document type, so I can upload any kind of document, DR, DG, KR, KG, SA, any kind. So here I will upload a customer invoice. So again, similar to what we did with FB70, so we can compare the process. And then I have the company code, I have the currency, and also the exchange rate if I want to upload it. I have the reference here, document header text, I can fill them if I want. And then we move to the first line item. The first thing we do is we insert a posting key. So this transaction can be used for any kind of postings, as I just said. The way SAP identifies what we are trying to post is through the posting key. If we open the available list here, we have a lot of posting keys, and for each posting key, it is configured to post either debit or credit and to post to a certain kind of account. So for example, 01 is for customers, debit, and it has a description invoice. 02 is for customers debit also. It has another description, reverse credit memo. If we scroll down, we have 11 is for customer credit. So C is customer, the other C is for credit, and this is a credit memo. If we scroll down, we have vendor debit. So vendor debit is 21, V and D. This is a credit memo. If we scroll down, we have also vendor credit, which is vendor invoice. So each posting key determines what we are trying to post to. Now I want to post a customer invoice. So for the first line item, it will be a debit to the customer. That's why I will choose 01. And here I can insert the customer account. This field is called account or match code. It depends on the posting key. This is very smart. So now if I insert 01 here and we open the available values in this field, we can choose a customer. So you see here customers. But if I insert here, for example, 31 for vendor credit, and then I open this account field, it will show suppliers. So depending on the posting key, SAP understands that we are going to post to a different kind of account. Now I will post a customer debit, so 01, and here I will insert my customer, 20,000. And the good thing about FB01 is also we can insert special GL indicators. So if we want to upload down payment down payment items, we can do this. And also if you have any kind of special GL indicators, we can do this using this transaction. If you don't know what is a special GL indicator, then there is a full playlist on this topic. You can find it on the channel, and I will try to leave you a link somewhere here to explain what is a special general ledger indicator and how it's used in the business process. But anyway, let's get back to our topic. So now here we have the account number, and then we press enter. And this takes us to another screen. So here you see we have the customer number that we inserted, the company code, and we have the reconciliation account of the customer. And here we fill the line item details, same as what we did in FB70. So we have the amount, we have the payment term, baseline date, a lot of different fields that you can fill. So for example, let's say this is a debit 1000. And here we have the payment term, baseline date. All of the details that we have here depend on the posting key and on the general ledger account that is selected for the customer. So this screen is different for each posting key. This is very important. So if I go back to my recording here, now this recording is what I did exactly. So here I went to FB01 and I inserted the values as I just did. And then as you see, we have here the screen numbers as we explained before. You see this? So for the posting key 01, so the first screen is for the header. So this one we just filled, it is 0100. But then the second screen is 0301. This is for posting key 01. You see the screen number here is different from this one. So the second posting key that we are going to use is 50, and 50 will pick another screen, 300. So each posting key will drive a different screen, which has different fields, which means that our recording must be specific to this posting key. So if I want to upload customer invoices, then I have to create a recording doing the posting for customer invoices, and this recording can only be used to upload customer invoices. It cannot be used for any other thing. So if I try to use the same recording to post vendor documents or GL account documents or assets, it will give an error. Why? Because SAP will not be able to find the screens it's looking for. This is one of the big limitations for using FB01 with batch input recording in LSMW, because then we have to create a different program for each set of posting keys. I say set of posting keys because for each debits and the credits. So for example, if I want to upload a document that has 1 debit and 4 credits using debit 01, and the posting key for the credit is 50, 31, and the other posting keys, and then I do the recording using this document, then I have to upload documents that have the same structure as the one I did in the recording. So you can record anything and then upload documents of the same nature. But if you try to upload something that's different, SAP will not be able to find the screens and it will give an error. So now let's get back to FB01. So now you understand the idea that every posting key has a different screen, so the recording is unique per each posting key. And this is the thing I wanted to mention about FB01. So the second line item here I have will be for a credit to a GL account, 50. So we have debit to customer, credit to our initial balance upload account, which is 911101. And 50 is general ledger credit. So this is a GL account, credit posting. Then enter. So here we have another screen. You see for posting key 50 with this GL account, we have completely different fields. And now we understand that this is a different Dynpro screen. So now SAP is recording for each posting key a different screen. So here you can fill all the details you want. Also feel free to add more data. So if you want to, let me just add the amount. If you want to fill more data, you can click here and fill the data. This will be recorded fine without any issues. You can also go to the more data that's up here and also record it. No issues at all. This will work fine. So, and here you have the group currency amount. This is an important field. If you want to upload different currency translation values, then you can also upload this field. So feel free to fill the more details and the account assignments as you want. This will all be recorded, but you have to stick to the same kind of document when you are doing the upload. So now I have created a recording for a customer invoice. This is why in my recording, I always try to mention the posting keys that I recorded, because this recording can only be used for these posting keys. So here I have 01, first line is 01, second line is 50. You cannot switch it, you cannot use other posting keys. It has to be exactly the same structure as the recording. So now once you do the recording, you will get the fields, and then you go to edit, default all, as what we did in all the other recordings. You will get all these values. Now another important thing, so let's click on default all to be sure we are back to the normal case. So this is what you get once you do the recording. Now, if there is a field that you don't want to upload, you reset it. So for example, here I have the fiscal period. This is automatically calculated from the posting key, from the posting date. So I don't want to maintain it in my upload template, so I will click on reset. And then also what I will do here is I'm going to remove the default. So now this field is not mapped and is not defaulted, so SAP is going to calculate it from the posting key. And then here we have the currency is fine, so all of this is okay. As you see here, we have the date 01/06/2024. We already understand how to handle dates from the previous videos, so we are going to do this also in this program. And then another important note about FB01 is we have the same field repeated for each line item. So here you see BSEG WR is here for the first line item, which is 01, the customer. And again, is repeated again BSEG WR for the second line item, because each line item has an amount field. But you see here, they have exactly the same, they are mapped exactly to the same field code, and this will cause an issue because SAP will not know which value goes where. So what we need to do is to change one of them. So I will go here to this one, for example, and make it _2 for the second line item, or just change it from the other one. So now we have one that's called WRBTR and the other is WRBTR_2. So this way we can map it in our mapping and also in our Excel sheet and so on. Be very careful that you don't have the same field code assigned to different fields. Each field has to be unique. We also have others. So here we have the posting key, as you see here, NEWBS. And here we have also another NEWBS for the first line because posting key is repeated. So again, we are going to change one of them. So the second one I'm going to call _2. And also we have the account code. So NEWKO is also repeated. So this one will be _2. And let's confirm we don't have anything else. So we have here WARS, WRBTR, if more, and process center is only once. So now we don't have any other fields that are repeated. So this is fine. And then here we have amount in second local currency. This one I don't want to upload also. I want SAP to automatically calculate it based on the currency rates maintained in the system. So I'm going to reset this one. And again, make sure you don't have any default values. If there is a default value, SAP is going to use it in all the uploaded documents. So this one is empty, so there is no default value. SAP is going to recalculate based on the exchange rate. The document ID for the batch input, this one, I don't want it. Reset. And I'll keep it as default because this is related to the batch input recording. It's not something that we change. I'm going to keep the default as asterisk. The document type that we use actually is this one. And as you see here, we have it mapped. Now I'm going to save, and let's go back, save. And here I have selected my recording. Let's go back. And we continue as we did with all the previous demos. So we go to define source structure. Here I have my source structure defined. Then we go to define source fields. So here we have the different fields. Again, we use the same way. So you go to object overview, table, and you see here we have all the different fields. You see they are already mapped because I have already done the mapping, but you understand how this works. So you copy the target field name, length, and the character. And what you will get will be as what you see here in this upload template. So these are the fields that I have in my recording. So you see this sheet here. This is a document, an Excel sheet that has all the structures I have created so far. So we have KS02, we have FB70, FB01. So this is very useful. You should do the same when you are doing an upload project. So I have one sheet for the structure and another sheet for the upload template. This is all saved in XLSX format, so the standard Excel format. So this way I can have multiple sheets. And then for any sheet that I use for the upload, I go to the sheet and I save as CSV, which will save the upload sheet only as CSV. And then I can use it in SAP. But I have one master sheet that has all my documents, so this way I keep everything organized. So for FB01, this is what you will get. So we have document date, document type, company code, and so on, process center, and all the types, so the data types and all the length. The data type we already understand. So for document dates, I'm using the format year, month, day. So 2024 0601 as what we did in the previous video. And we understand now why we do this. And then for the numbers, I'm using AMT3. So this is the format of 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot 6 or dot 56. So that's decimal separator is dot. So this way we don't have any commas in the number, so it will not mess up our comma separated file. And this is it. You understand everything here. I'm not going to waste your time. So let's go back. So this is how we maintain the source fields. I have all of them here. And then we go back. Then we have define structure relations. Here I'm assigning my source structure to my target structure. And then we have define field mapping and conversion rules. As you see, they are all already mapped. You understand how to map things. I'm not going to repeat. And here also for the date, as you see, I have the conversion done. So for the rule of the date, let's just review it together. So for the dates, because my user setting is to insert any date as day, month, year, but in the upload template, we have year, month, day. So we have to tell SAP to convert the value. So here I choose transfer move. And then inside we choose day, month, year. So this means that when I insert in our upload template, I will put the date as 2024-06-01, but SAP will convert it into 01-06-2024. That will be accepted by the screen when SAP is filling the details. So now, as you see, we have the code here that's already there, and we have the same for the posting date, because these are the two date fields. You also see the amount fields are translated to convert the correct amount format. So the mapping, there's nothing here I want to mention. It's all as what we did in the previous videos. Now let's go back. So we have field mapping, and then we specify files. So I already have the file specified. So this is my upload template already assigned here. And then we go to assign files, already assigned. Then we read the data. So let's read the data. Execute, allow. So we have 3 records. Now if I show you my upload template, so here I have the structure, and then here I have my upload template. So I have created 3 lines. First I have the header, as what we did before, and then I have 3 lines. So I'm trying to show you that we cannot use the same recording for different posting keys. So the first line I have here is exactly the same as what I recorded. We have DR, document type DR, which is customer invoice. The first posting key is 01, the second is 50, and we have the customer number, the GL account number, and the amount. We also have the profit center. So this is in the additional account assignments. So this way we can see how it works. Then the second document has the same posting keys, but a different document type. So I have the document type DA, which is different from what I recorded, but then I'm using the same posting keys, 01 and 50, and this one will pass successfully. So it's not about the document type, but it is about the posting keys. As long as you have the same posting keys, it will pass. And then, but of course, let me just add one more thing. In some cases, the document type will control the header fields. So maybe a document type will have a mandatory field in the header that is not in the other documents. So you need to be careful that you are filling all the mandatory fields for the document types you are going to use. And then the third line is SA, which is GL account document. The posting key is 40 instead of 01. So the first posting key is debit to GL account 40. And I'm doing this to show you that SAP will give you an error, so you can see the error together. So if you face it one day, you understand why you are getting this error. So you see here, I'm using a different posting key, which is 40, which is going to call a different screen from posting key 01. And SAP will not be able to continue because it does not understand what is in the screen. So now let's go back. So these are the 3 lines, and this is what I have here. So I have read 3, written 3, and we don't have any not written, so we are okay. Let's go back. Second, we display the read data. Execute. And we go to the first line. Just to make sure that all the fields are in the right place. So we have posting date, currency key, posting key, profit center, everything looks fine. Let's go back. Then we convert the data. And we display the converted data. So you see, this time we are avoiding a lot of errors because we already understand how to handle them from the previous videos. And this is the beauty of following a playlist. You understand things little by little, and then at the end you find that everything is easy to understand. So now if I go to the converted data here, you can see the date is in the right format now that can be used in the data entry. So day, month, year, 01/06/2024. Also the amounts are in the correct format, 1.520, 25. So this is the correct format as per my user settings. It can be different for you. So now everything looks fine. Let's go ahead and create the batch input session. This one I'm going to call FB01_X and execute. Then run batch input session _X and the process. So now I'm going to process in foreground so we can see together how SAP will do it. So you see this is FB01. We have here the document type, company code, EUR, currency. The document type for batch input is filled by the default value as what we wanted. First line item 01 and then the customer. If you press enter, here you have the amount filled correctly with the decimal. We have the baseline date, payment term. If we press enter, we have some warning messages which are normal. Then we have the amount that's in the more data. So this is the amount in the other currency and it got calculated automatically by SAP. Enter. Then we have the profit center in the account assignments. Filled correctly, okay. And this is the first document. Now this is the second document we have here. So this is the document with type DA. So the same values, the same document, but with a different document type. So we can see if SAP is going to show an error. And as you see, it's working fine. We don't have any issues. And this is the third document that is of type SA, GL account document. And the first posting key is 40 instead of 01. If I press enter here, we get this error. No batch input data found for Dynpro 0300. So SAP was expecting a screen 0301 as you see here, which is for posting key 01. But we have given the posting key 40, which is connected to the screen 300, which SAP does not understand because it has different fields. You can even see here. It has different fields from 01. We don't have the baseline date or the payment term and so on. So this is the error you get and the record will fail. This is why the recording can only be used for the same combination of posting keys that we recorded, okay, in the same sequence. So you cannot change the sequence of the line items. Now you understand this also. So this is it. All the other records have been posted successfully. Only the last one failed because it is a GL account document and this is what we want. So we don't have any further issues. Now you understand how to handle the different fields in FB01 and you understand the limitation of using FB01. So there is a question that we always get. Can we use LSMW Batch Input Recording with FB01? Yes, we can. We just did it. But you have to respect the limitations that I just explained. In the next video, I'm going to explain the best option we can use with LSMW for uploading accounting documents, which is direct input. Now we understand how to use LSMW Batch Input Recording with transaction FB01, and we also understand the limitations of this option, so we have to create a different program for each posting key. The same concepts I explained today can be applied to different master data objects and transaction data in the different modules. The important thing is that you understand how to use the tool, and then you can use it any way you want based on your business requirements. If you would like to check the LSMW program I created today, or if you would like to create your own program to test the process, then you can request access to my SAP S/4HANA 2023 system by going to galalconsulting.com/SAP access. I will leave you the link below. I hope you found the video useful and interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the video with your connections, leave me your comments, check the channel membership program if you would like to support the channel and get access to the member exclusive videos and documents. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon.